All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Babel. Joining me is Arctic Shadow. We're bringing you the Malaysia National Finals, and game number two it is NTL versus FFKG. Okay, Arctic Shadow, who do you want to win this one? No, I mean it's fine. Definitely getting one game for FFKG would be good. They already one game up. One more is gonna end this series. I would actually like to see it go to a third game, so I'm gonna be on the side of NTL for this game too. I feel that there has been a lot of discussion as to the heroics and the talents that both sides picked up. Would say that some of those stuff that they picked up are pretty okay. Stuff like Starfall when you sold Tyrande Hill, that's not okay. They probably relied too much on crowd control. Like they were thinking that Blessed Shield as well as Mosh Pit's gonna be good enough, but man, this is gonna be really, really, really tough to bank on. We got ourselves draft for game two, man. So let's go into it. Do you think it's respect banned against LOKai or just FFKG's way of saying don't try anything funny? Yeah, alright. We get ourselves a first pick. Rhaegar, Leeming, those two are tier 1 heroes. Murden getting picked up by NTL as well. And Felstead ETC going towards FFKG. They've got themselves some pretty okay crowd control. I don't think they really need to worry about Uther in this stage because already you see Rhaegar getting picked up. Rhaegar Uther is overwhelming amount of heals. That's a lack of utility. So the ban on Sonya here is really good as well. Um, I think that because it's Cursed Hollow, I'm not going to be expecting a lot of mobility. I don't think it's going to be stage dive. I think Falstad has got a very good reason to be in this game. It's Cursed Hollow, big
Hmm.
battleground, and that the take flight's really going to help a lot. On the side of NTL, though, I like to see Muradin Taranda. So here, if I'm FFKG, I'm going to ban Taranda.
Yep, I definitely agree with you there, betting out Tyrande because as you can see in NTL as well, betting out the Sonya. What do you think about the Sonya ban here? Because I do know that Team FFK plays a lot of Sonya.
I think it could be because, like you said, they play a lot of Sonya, or just because they don't want to deal with another strong frontliner.
Hmm.
We know for sure that if you have two warriors, it has to be a bruiser.
Yep.
ETC and Sonya, that's a good combo. In the last game, you just saw ETC as well as Johanna. That's not a good combo.
Hmm.
Both of them cannot do enough damage in the front line. There's nothing they can do. Here, going for Uther is really good. Tyrannic getting banned out already. Uther unlocks potential for melee assassin. It's just unfortunate they'd already banned out Sonic for themselves. They should actually consider picking that one up. But there's also Thrall that's available. So NTL could consider going for Thrall. Uther is going to be able to provide the support needed for Thrall. Muradin's there as well, and it's going to be Thrall.
Yep, it is going to be the troll pickup there, along with the Uther. And as you mentioned, Tyrande was a really strong combination with Muradin. I'm really loving how you call the bans and pickups here.
Well, basically just going with my gut feel. Anyway, ETC now. I don't like the Tyrael pick. It is not gonna do anything, FFKG. Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is old school. This is really old school. ETC Tyrael is so old school. I think it's about 3 months ago. This meta was pretty valid. This is the post BlizzCon meta, which ETC had a great showing. The whole world was just slowly buying into the understanding of ETC, and Tyrael with Sanctification has had a 100% win rate at
Mhm.
BlizzCon. So those are some really good stats, and the only reason why this is no longer good is because of the rising of heroes like Tyrande and the fact that dual support is so much stronger now. Sustained comp. Yes, Sanctification is important, but that's only 4 seconds. You know, apart from that, 3 to 4 seconds, you're done. There's nothing else that can really help you after that. But here you got Tesla with endless amount of shields. I would like to see Tesla go for Leeching Plasma. I would like to see that instead of Mental Acuity because I think that's going to help Thrall sustain a lot better. Thrall already has got sustain in the form of his Frostwolf resilience, so that's going to help a lot. Uther is going to really help this a lot. I like NTL's lineup draft again, but we saw the execution of FKG. That was scary. So I don't know how this is going to work out. What do you think?
Yeah, NCL they do have a really drawn out fight kind of composition here with the Uta as well as the Tasada, and Li Ming just being so much sustained damage and along with the Troll. I do actually favor their draft a little bit more over Team FFK's. But as you mentioned, the amount of execution and the amount of training that Team FFK has put into, it just might work out to them as how we saw in the previous game. But yeah, it's going to be a real close one. But right now, I am favoring NCL a little bit more.
Yeah, I would say NTL has the better draft, and I like the lineup a lot. Um, thing about FFKG is that they got a mosh pit, and let's see if there's anything can really stop it. Sundering is a very expensive spell to counter against mosh pit. Muradin, okay, you know what? They go Uther, they can cleanse Muradin, Muradin can save the day, but that again is very execution reliant. Li Ming though can do a lot of work in these ones, so
Yep.
I'm going with NTL just like you. I think FFKG's lineup is a bit too old school. Rainer is really not. I don't think Rainer has done a lot of work in SEA. I think Rainer did a lot more work in the Western scenes. I think in SEA itself, somehow Rainer just fell off a lot faster. It's surprising though that we don't see Jaina and Kilthus. Like nobody cared about them.
Yeah, that's interesting. No majors were picked up, and in fact, in both games now, Team FFK had Kiltas open for them for the taking, but they did not go with it. So maybe just trying to move out of that meta, try something new here.
Yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be fun. You got Rainer going in here. It's a bit iffy for me. It's a bit iffy, I have to say. But I know Felstead with Mighty Gus is a huge counter against Thrall, so we'll see. We'll have to see how this all works out at the end.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this game here and how Team FFK will maybe prove us wrong, how they're going to actually try and work out in this game here. I think sanctification is going to be a key part of Team FFK, but looking at their team, they don't have a ton of damage as well when you compare it to Team NTL. So yeah, it's really going to be a really interesting game here.
Yep, it is. Would say for sure that the early game should be going towards the likes of let's see. I'm going to say NTL. Yeah, they have a slightly better roam comp. But then again, you saw in the last game, NTL was trying to roam, but it just didn't have any results to back it up. That's a very big problem for me. I mean, NTL, if you want to play Muradin, you want to play ETC to Ronda, you have to make sure that you bank it on the right kills. And I think that going for Sylvanas in the game just now was a big mistake. They were not able to kill Sylvanas, but they still wasted a lot of time before the first shrine going towards aiming towards the Sylvanas kill. That was bad. Here, I'm hoping that they go after Rainer. I'm hoping they go after Rhaegar. Both of them are pretty squishy. Tyrell's not easy to kill. ETC, you don't ever dream about killing ETC. Feldstad has got barrel rolled, so it's gonna be up to Rainer to see if NTL can get any advantage in this game.
Yeah, the early advantage for Team NTL definitely will be looking to take down that Reina and Rhaegar. I think Reina would be the slightly easier target for them as well. With Falstad having the barrel roll, able to get out of sticky situations. ETC, again, one of my favorite melee heroes, even before Worlds last year, actually. So I've always loved the hero. It's one of those really strong heroes that can just so sticky in fights, and his stun is just it's just so good. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this game, and hopefully Team NTL can pull this one back and bring it to the game-deciding third game.
Yep. I also like the fact that both teams have got a very nice split between spell damage as well as basic right-click damage. I think that it's a good split. So I'm excited, man. Cursed Hollow, big battleground, and right off the bat, I would say that FFKG should have the mobility advantage, but it's gonna be tricky. This battleground, by the way, is not decided by curse. It's not decided by tribute. It's decided by the amount of boss you take. So it's gonna be really exciting to see who has the better rotation, which is why heroes like Falstad is so important, because he denies bosses, man. Mighty Gus is so good here. That's it. We're going into game number 2 between FFKG as well as NTL on the blue team. It is going to be FFKG. Om Nom Nom playing as the ETC. Stearns will be playing as the Tyrael. We also got Doll Leader onto Rhaegar. Feldstad being played by Zephyria. Last but not least, Mopholicious going to be playing as the Rainer.
Yep, and over on the red side, I think it's fixed now, by the way. Haseo X is going to be playing the Li Ming instead of his usual ETC. Nikitana the Muradin, Venditas on the Uther, Daijovu on Troll, and Elokai on Tasada as both teams just make themselves their way out towards that middle lane. It does look like the blue team is just going to straight away go to their lanes and soak, though.
You know, you just saw the perfect reason why Li Ming should be labeled a specialist instead of a assassin. The amount of damage she does to structures is completely mind-blowing. Like, I don't even know why this is allowed, but it is. The red team is going to apply a lot of pressure to mid lane. I like this a lot. They should have superior rotation, which is why they're very much convinced with this. There we go. Nobody stepped in to block their arcane up, just saying.
They didn't want to take the damage. They rather let the towers go down. And the tower's really, really low out there. And they're threatening for the push as well. So blue team, they have to be really careful here.
Oh, Stearns, it didn't hurt that much, did it? He also had the shield, so that would have been a better play. Anyway, Stearns now going in. Elokai a little bit of trouble, but that is a Tassadar. Popping Dimensional Shift so early on. There's still a stun. Lands the stun there. Elokai getting body block. You shall not pass. Tassadar is gone.
Yeah, Haseo X, it was a bit weird for me. He started rotating towards the bottom lane. He saw the blue team come in. He actually made a diversion back to the middle to try and help, but he decided against it and just continued going towards the bottom. So I guess it's just a little bit of indecisiveness there. I'm not too sure if he was able to save the Tasada though at the middle lane, or he just thought, you know what, I'm just going to hit towards that bottom.
I think he couldn't do anything. Yeah, Haseo is the Li Ming. Li Ming is just in charge of doing damage. I don't think anybody could have saved that Tassadar there. It was just a misplay on his part. Daijobu in the meantime taking a lot of damage. Thrall not going to get body block. Has got a lot of movement speed. Very close. Very, very close. Lightning Rod nearly picked off Thrall there. But Elokai, man, should not be using Dimensional Shift so early on, especially when you need it, the closer you get to the gate. So that's going to be tricky.
Yep, and as you mentioned, you know, Team NTL, they should have the strength in the rotations right now, but it does look like, again, Team FFK, they seem to be the ones that are rotating a lot better, picking up on kills. They're threatening a little bit more than what Team NTL is doing, and I think maybe NTL is just playing a bit too scared right now.
Yep, and Zephyria taking a lot of damage there. This is not Tyrael. You want to sidestep if you are the Feldstad. Haseo on the Void Seeker mount pulling back up. Anyway, so far on, this is actually a very early attempt at the Bruiser camp.
But it does look like they are gonna get it though. With the first tribute actually gonna spawn at that top lane right now. Dead center, Mofolicious is taking quite a bit of damage from Daijobu and Nikitana. And he has to drink from the fountain of youth, you know, to get his HP back up. But yeah, with the rest of the teams now making themselves to that tribute, you know, Nikitan's gonna try and steal one, but he's not gonna be able to do so here.
Yep, we got Nom in front and Doll Leader with a very good space creator here. Oh, yep, he's going to be able to get it. Thrall did try, and I think he's going to regret now. Daijobu is going to go down. Nice bite off the chunk of your fellow shaman brother, you very ungrateful thing.
Yeah, going up against each other here. The red team, yeah, I think they, again, just a little bit of miscommunication. I saw the red team moving from the middle lane towards the top. I think they were just cut out by Tyrael, and they just spent a little bit too much time, you know, skirmishing with that Tyrael, and that led to Nom, you know, just zoning out the rest of the red team, and with Dolita able to pick up on the first tribute. Of course, it is just the first tribute, and both teams are still neck and neck in terms of level, so yeah.
Daijobu going in already, and Nom with a nice stun back out. That was close, but there was no way they could have gotten a kill anyway. Li Ming is just not known for doing damage so early on. She needs Triumvirate, which she just got at level 4. I'm thinking at level 13, she kind of also needs Glass Cannon. So those are the kind of spells, or rather talents, that she's definitely going to need to do better damage.
Yeah, as now we see the blue team edging them slightly to level 7 and probably going to pick up their level 7 talent tiers. I don't see anything out of the ordinary from the first few talents that are coming out. As yeah, we do see some mouse issues coming out from Team NTL.
Yeah, it's a very timely pause. That's why it's expected BM right after killing Raynor. We want to take a picture of a dead body. You got a problem with that? But we're going back into this game. Game number 2, FFKG 1 game up, NTL needs to win this one, bring it to a third game. BO3 for this part of the bracket right now. And you can see that the siege still continues on, coming from Li Ming. Zephyria landing the Hammerang. Stearns going in, not doing a lot of work there, but it seems like Zephyria, with better calculation, was able to connect the last few spells there at the end. The Lightning Rod did a lot of work. A very nice barrel roll. Also perfect timing, a tribute just spawning right here.
Yep, not good timing at all for the red team if they lose Li Ming just as the tribute is about to be spawned. Doll Eater is trying to just get it while the rest of the blue team is trying to zone them out. The red team has to be really careful here with Daijoubu taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to have to back off, but that's just going to mean a second tribute for the blue team. And the blue team just probably going to get out of here with Om Nom Nom now. Don't going to get stunned out. And the red team just going to say, you know what, we're going to cut our losses here. We've given them the tribute already. Let's just back off and back into our lanes and continue with our soaking.
Yeah, this is a very tanky lineup on the side of FFKG actually. There is that extra AoE heal, which I think yeah, ETC just picked that up. Let me just pull that out. It is actually the Just Keep Rocking. So this is going to reduce the duration of stuns quite a fair bit. He can heal himself. And there's also Rhaegar for healing. There's also Tyrael for shielding. So it's pretty hard to burst down anyone actually on this part. It has to be Thrall. Thrall needs level 13 and 16. Looks like he's going for the Wind Fury build. So I'm waiting for him to go for that. Meanwhile, there's a big fight going on in this camp area. And it seems like Tyrael's definitely going down. The Wrath of the Archangel though. Looks like it's not able to kill anyone. Meanwhile, Murden still takes the fall. Om Nom Nom with the face melt. Daijoubu still holding on for dear life and to summon the mercenaries there, but still will lose ground at the end. And that's 2 men down on the side of NTL already. And the Bruiser Cam, the Knights, they're going to plow down this lane. The Tribute, this is not good at all for NTL.
Yep, blue team was able to hold out for the longest of times. The cam able to edge out the red team to picking up the cam, and just as that, when they pick out 2 heroes, the tribute spawns, and just like that, the red team is going to be cursed. Along with the bruiser is going to be pushing out the lanes. This is not looking too good for the red team. The blue team are going to be able to capitalize on this, pushing down this middle force, and that's going to give them level 10 as well here. So it's definitely not the time for the red team to fight. Not to say that they can't do anything about it, but I just don't think that it's the right time for them to pick a fight here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take it slow. Now, top lane, Niketan, there's no more fort to defend here, just pull back. That's a tower. We don't want to die for a tower. Bottom area, it's a very different story, though. Daijoubu trying to do whatever he can. But Thrall's not naturally the fastest creep clear mechanic the game can offer, so I think that the fort will still fall. Stern's doing whatever he can with those shields, and it's gonna be effective. The fort goes down at the end. Still no level 10. This is bad.
Yeah, this is looking really, really grim for the red team. As again, Team FFK proving us wrong with the early rotations and the really pick up kills. You know, they just read the game really well. They knew when to go in, when not to go in. And, you know, with that, they have a 2-level advantage. But the heroics are going to be picked up by the red team soon. This could be the time to fight, just as the curse is going to end as well.
Yeah, this is the problem, man. They have to wait for late game. They don't have a choice. It's just very hard to burst down anyone. And Thrall... finally, he's level 10. Sundering, yes, that's going to help the team out a lot. That's the missing piece so far. Foswall as well, and Li Ming should be looking at his integrate. I don't know what she's thinking about if it's Wave of Force, though. I personally like Wave of Force a lot, but I don't think it's ready for competitive play. So here, this is the boss. This is the first key moment of the fight. Thrall is not in the right position though, and ETC taking a lot of damage with Disintegrate going in as well. There goes the Sanctification, looking for the Mosh Pit, but it gets cancelled immediately by the Sundering, and also going to see the Mighty Gust pushing the backline back out. The Mosh Pit connects again. This time around, it's real. Stern's in front. Niketan taking a lot of damage, and there is no backup. Boss still goes to the blue team. Stern's in a lot of trouble, tries to pull back out, may not be in the best spot, but that's only the Murden dying there. And the rest of the team was just nowhere close. 100% effort from Om Nom Nom for zoning out the red team. Daijoubu, perfect false wall coming from Elokai. Just save the teammates. Zafira dropping a lot of HP, but don't think it's going to be a kill. They should just pull back.
Yep, definitely huge props to Om Nom Nom as well as Tyrael there, Sterns doing work, you know, pushing out the red team, not allowing them to help Muradin, and he just went too far deep in the backlines, and he tried his longest, you know, to keep them from getting the boss. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't stay much longer, and Dwarf tossed a little bit too late. He got taken out, and, you know, boss is going to go to the blue team. And yeah, so now the blue team as well, they're going to make their way to the top boss. So this could get tricky for the red team. They're falling further and further behind, and they need to somehow get back into this. They need to read the game here, and it does look like they are going to be able to, and they are heading towards that top boss. Will they be able to get there in time, though?
I don't think they've got Sundering out in the next 3 seconds. This is going to be tricky. Yep, they need Muradin back here. Tribute also spawning. This is a really bad spot for the blue team to win. Kind of sandwich, actually, but they will be able to get this boss very easily. And this really is just a big mistake. I think the last fight, Daijoubu used his Sundering a second too early. He didn't really cancel out the Mosh Pit, only put it on reset for 9 seconds. And that really just made sure that ETC had to survive for 9 seconds, go back in with another mosh pit, and the red team's already, you could say, divided into two. Here, blue team's pushing the top lane, and we have the boss plowing down, doing a lot of work here as well. Murden's nowhere close. He's actually soloing the siege cam. That's a very good timing. Top lane's almost going down, and looks like it is actually going to be the keep going down. Murden needs to get here, like right now. Sundering used. Mosh Pit still available though. And Sanctification does go down. Omnom not doing anything. Goes back into the Sanctification area as well. And the Mighty Gus coming back out. Omnom looking for the perfect spot on the Mosh Pit. Not going to use it. Just a power slice back out. Nikkei Tan pops the Avatar. Tries to go in to do a lot more work. But Omnom again guarding the flank. And we got Nikkei jumping in. You could see that ETC's thinking about it. The guy is just wondering, should I go for the mosh pit? And there we have the mosh pit connecting Ancestral Healing as well. But it's not enough. The cleanse connects onto Thrall. It's going to be okay. Nikkei Tan too far in front with the Divine Shield perfectly timed. Still alive somehow. Tassadar forced to pull back. And we have the Muradin running back out. But there we have a perfect power slide from Nom. And it's a kill on the Tassadar. Nikkei Tan trades for the ETC. Disintegrate comes back out. Li Ming tries to do magic, but she does not have enough mana. This is not going to continue on. 2-for-1 exchange in favor for FFKG. What a fight it is.
Definitely what a fight it is, but I have to say, Babel, priorities by this Muradin, man. He was soloing that Bruiser Cam while his team was getting pressured at the top lane, trying to get it as fast as he can, but I think he just should have made his way back to his team because his team really needed him, you know. Sanctification was dropped by Tyrael for them to take out the top keeps as well, and that objective was taken. They backed off. They were able to go back in as Nikkei Tan was jumping in for the kills, but unfortunately for them, you know, the blue team just held out as long as they could, and they were able to continue on and sustain themselves. And you know, just a two-hero trade, it wasn't worth it. Nikkei Tan just went a bit too deep.
Yeah.
And again, man, priorities, man. He shouldn't have been there at the Bruiser Camp at that time.
Well, he sure has got his life figured out, recruiting John and Bob that's about to die here. So pretty much sure that that was worth it, whatever that was. We got NTL in a very bad spot actually, but they're now on equal talent here, so they can actually take a fight here. Nikkei Tan leading the fray. The flank here is gonna be really good. I like this a lot. This is gonna be a free cam. Hopefully it can kill someone, but the Mighty Gus is gonna be there as well. Haseo, you don't want to be there. The teleport does not allow you to blink through the wall there. Unfortunately, Doll Leader is back up to full HP, and there goes the Sanctification, and all of a sudden it looks like it's a nightmare for NTL. Sundering does connect. Nikkei Tan tries to pick up the cam again, but gives up at the end. Doll Leader pulls back. Omnam goes in. Nice power slide. Thrall does go down. What a nightmare it is. Haseo in the really, really bad and weird positioning problem. Not to say the least is you don't want to play like that. That said, Uther going to get chased down here by Zephyria. Nice hammerang going out again. Don't think it's going to be a kill yet. The flank needs to come in from behind, and Uther turning around with the power of the minions. Doing a lot of work. Mighty Gus, and oh, guess what? The cavalry has arrived. Venditas now will go down finally. Great plays there by Feldstad.
Yeah, Haseo X, man. I think he's still thinking that he's playing the ETC, you know, just too far in front here. As Mofo Lisha is just getting caught way off position at this top lane, he will definitely go down here with the Disintegrate doing so much damage. Nikkei Tan, he tried to take down the Tasada. Unfortunately for him, Muradin was there to body block him, and he will fall. So it's kind of a 1-for-1 trade. Uther at the bottom while Reina falls at the top. With the Tribute now spawning, you know, we do see the red team trying to take this out. They can't afford to give this away yet again. It does look like the blue team's a bit low on HP on that Doll Eater, about 50% HP, but it does look like Nom yet again with his power of zoning out his the opponents will allow the blue team to get the next tribute. And again, no tributes collected by the red team so far. And you know, I have to really give props to Nom, man. He's playing a fantastic game.
Yep, definitely great job there by the ETC. Now mid lane getting cursed out already. This is going to be a perfect opportunity to push her. Nice Mighty Gus game, but do note that Disintegrate's on the 20 seconds cooldown, so not much of a worry there at all for Li Ming. Nikkei Tan holding up the front. Nice arcane up to clear up the wave. Hopefully it's going to be effective. Stearns again jumping in. The holy ground though, that's going to buy some time. Nikkei Tan for 2-man stun. Following up, it's going to be Uther with the stun as well. Nikkei Tan giving chase. Stun Bolt not used at all. Needs to be very careful right here. They're giving chase. One talent tear down. I don't like this. NTL, man, you're going to know when you want to pick a fight. And this is not the right moment. You want to pull back as soon as possible. The heal's going out once again, Nikkei Tan, and now you regret. Now you regret. And Stearns is trying to give chase. Just use the Eldrin's Might. You just need to block off. No, okay, that did not work. But he's going to be okay. Both teams are still alive in this game, and we got the top keep gone already, but the bottom keep looks like it's probably not going down. Good attempt to defend there by Tassadar. And finally, Curse is over. That did not achieve much for FFKG, but just like to say that they already are very far ahead in this game.
Yep, they are 2 levels ahead here. What Team NTL needs to do is to keep their composure and try to pull themselves back into to get to that level 16. They need those talents here, but it does look like the blue team is going to go for their boss here, and the red team definitely can't give this up as well. But the blue team knows that they have a huge advantage, and they're just going for what they have to do.
Yep, alright, this is where they can pick a fight, but there is the mosh pit to worry about. Nom nom, channels up the mosh pit, nice instant cancellation there. Sundering goes in again. Nikkei Tan unfortunately just not able to catch up and pick up the boss camp. There goes the sanctification, but nobody's inside. And Sturz now giving a bit of a fight to the bottom side here. Daijobu dropping a lot of HP. Nice Divine Shield, that's going to change the fight around. And also Rainer going down finally. And Tyrell going down. This could actually be NTL's first victory in a fight. 3-0 exchange, now they got to defend against the boss.
Yeah, the blue team just getting a little bit too cocky right there. They were able to get the objective, picking up the boss, but again, we saw them choke a little bit there. Sanctification was just used for himself, as the rest of the team was, in some trouble here. Disintegrate just did so much work and took down Rega as well as the Reina, so a bit sloppy there for the blue team.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a mistake. Leaving finally did some heavy lifting, and I actually like to point out at this stage that Malaysians really like the Magic Missile build. We don't really see a lot of Magic Missile on our side here for Singapore. We saw a lot more of the Arcane Op build. I think that actually does a lot more work. We had about 133,000 damage at the end of one game yesterday. This one here, we have to see how much damage this is going to do. Right now it's standing at about 55, so it seems pretty legit, but we'll see.
Yep. We love our missiles, man, over here. But yeah, the blue team is going to pick up their own boss here this time. And they're going to probably push with the boss this time, with the tribute next spawning. So this is going to be where the next fight is going to happen. Blue team has to be really careful here, man. They do not want to overextend yet again. They're on the same talent tiers now.
They are. Elokai actually, a little bit of a lag going on, but seems to be okay. Nikkei Tan landing a stun against the ETC. Dalida pulling back, Arcane continuing to connect there, and Venditas again with the channeling up. Magic Missiles going out, but not enough for a kill yet. Just a lot of poke damage. Nom Nom goes in. Looks like they're going to give up the tribute because the boss is already at home, and you don't want to be sandwiched in between the boss as well as the enemy team. That just is a bad positioning. So they finally decide to come back here to defend. I like this a lot. Kip, however, will not stand. So that's bad news here for Red Team.
Yep, against a 17-minute boss, is definitely not going to stand here. It's the blue team trying to push along with it to try and maybe end this game right here, right now. The boss is in fact going to go down though, so they have lost their advantage. They've taken the objectives, gotten the keep. They need to get away now. They need to disengage as bestly as they can, but the red team is giving chase right now. They're trying to chase in the Vindistas, trying to get close enough to get the stun off onto ETC, but we're not going to be able to do so. Rega, though, he's going to get stunned out by Muradin. This could be some trouble here for the blue team. Rega is going to fall really early on as Reina is getting chased down by the red team. Falsta is going to trying to come in and give him a hand. Nom Nom is way out of position at the bottom, and red team, they are in pursuit here, Babel.
Yeah, they are, and it looks like Elokai just found himself some fishes there. Meanwhile, Mofolicious on top will also go down. Leeming picks up that one pretty well. Rainer's already gone. Bottom area, Saphiria's already taking flight. He's going to be able to run away. And this is how you don't trust your teammate that can fly, because he's going to leave it behind. Stern's now in front, leading the fight against Venditas, but they're all able to run away. All of a sudden, it seems like Red Team is like, it's like they're chasing chicken there, and they could not catch a single chicken.
Yep. Unfortunately for the red team, they had a really good position there, but the blue team disengaged really well. I have to give it to them. They confused them. Falstad was there, drawing out the attention of the red team, and then he flew away. ETC, a bit too tanky, was able to get away as well, but it does look like Saphira is actually going to get this top tribute. Will he be able to? Oh, he does, in fact, just in the nick of time, and that's going to give them 2 more tributes here, and the next one, that could mean game here, the red side.
It could be. We're looking at a possible curse already on this side, and so far, level 19 is pretty even actually, but if you look at the structures, they tell a very compelling story of how NTL has been losing a lot of grounding in the early game, and it's actually coming back at them right here. They gotta make sure that they start taking forts. They just need to get tribute. They need to get bosses. I told you guys before this game started, it's not about the number of tribute or curse you get in this game. For Cursed Hollow, it's actually also known as Boss Hollow, so you want to go for bosses instead. And so far, 3 bosses going towards the blue team and none for NTL.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. You know, Boss Hollow is the name of the game here in this map. You know, the tributes, yes, they do work. But if you can get a good boss off at the right time, you know, and hold off on your opponents, preventing them from taking it down, it just does so much damage, especially a late game boss. But right now, as you can see, I mentioned, you know, early game, the blue team definitely was the team to look out for. But the red team has caught up so greatly on levels here.
Yep, they pick up the Siege Giants and hold their thought. Nice one-man stun on Raynor. The penetrating on did connect as well. And all of a sudden, it seems like my session got timed out on
Yeah,
TeamViewer. But
mine as well.
okay, we're gonna fix that at the end of this fight. Meanwhile, Nikkei Tan gives chase. Muradin just does not know fear, and the rest of the team falls behind. They already have level 20, so they already got that Stomp Talon picked up at least. It's going to be Hardened Shield for the Muradin. It looks like it is going to be Temporal Flux for Li Ming. We also look at Redemption for Uther. Bolt Out of Stomp for Thrall, and last but not least, it's going to be Rewind on Tassadar. That's a lot of shields going out, at least. Looks like we're actually going to have a fight happening here on this side. And the boss, Raynor, actually going down already. Li Ming doing a lot of bursts on the flip side. And you also see Nom Nom with the Mosh Pit connecting on just one Thrall. But Hasio picks up the kill and also lands the Disintegrate. Zephyria with yet another Mighty Gust picks up the boss kill. At the end of the day, Hasio will take the fall there. But 4 versus 3, I don't think they're going anywhere. They also have a little bit of space given there by the Sanctification. But it's still 4 versus 2 right here. Dolly, they're dropping a lot of HP, will take the fall. 4 men down on the side of FFKG and TL. Are they back in this game?
I can't really see right now, but yeah, it does look like they could be getting. I'm still in the game on my screen, but I just can't see what you're seeing right now. So I'll just try to do as much as I can here. As we do see Stearns now. Oh wait, what just happened?
Game is over.
Sorry,
Game
I got a bit
is
confused there.
over. No problem. That's 4 catapults that's been knocking at the core HP the whole time. So would say for sure that you don't want to ignore your base. But we're going to replay, actually. We're going to pull out and show you guys what happened. Do note that from this point on, the bottom lane has been pushed in by the blue team's minions the whole time. Nikkei Tan in a very interesting spot. Raynor getting bursted down by Disintegrate. And you see yet again the Arcane Up going down to take down the boss. Nom Nom. Easy burst. Hasio picks up the kill very easily as well. Zephyria got the best positioning in the house with a very good Mighty Gust, picked up the boss camp. Here's where we were all very sure they were all going to lose here. Like, there's nothing they could do to win this fight. They're all just buying time because if you look at the bottom lane and the top lane now, 86% on the core with the shield back up, but this is what 4 catapults can do to your life. Yeah, it can end your game time. So that is just dropping so fast. 80, 50, 40... And it's all just this 4 catapults. Nikkei Tan realizes what's going on, but it's already game.
Yeah, definitely. There's. I actually wasn't able to see the replay. It's a bit laggy on my end. My apologies there. But yeah, what a game, man! What a game. The again, Team FFK coming out on top. And proving, you know, that it's all about communication. It's all about execution. Even though a Team NCL had the better draft.
Yeah, and just to say right here, FFKG winning this game means they won the series 2-0. They're going into the winner, or rather, upper bracket finals. And for NTL, guess what? They're going down to look for Hash Browns in the lower bracket. So, very much of a very strong, love story we're going to see here today. Hope you guys enjoyed the casting coverage. This is Babel. We're bringing you the coverage of the Malaysia National Finals. We'll be back with the next series in just a few seconds. Do give us a few minutes here to solve these technical issues. And, yep, we will be back soon, so sit tight, stay tuned. Before they go in and shut it down, here we have also Guinean Cocktail. Gonna buy some time. Nom Nom swings by. Definitely a good angle for him to be in. Also, the position is really good right now. FCFZ is all the way in front. Fubbly Wobbly is the main target. But Thrall's already dropping solo. Stern's going into the back. And already Morales is not in position. Thrall goes down. Lunara's gone as well. Lightning Breath comes out. And it seems like everyone's going back to town. Exist is dropping a lot of HP. And kind of slow right here. Stern's looking for the Shadow Charge. There we have it. And looks like Overpower is not even needed.